Government to call out national reserves to boost security. Manchester woman found dead with multiple stab wounds in driveway. These and other stories coming up in the news. This is the Hummingbird News Channel, where we keep you up to date with news from across Jamaica. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And now the details. The police in Manchester are probing the murder of former supermarket owner 63-year-old Marcia Chinyu, who was found stabbed to death in her driveway in the usually quiet community of Ingleside Close. Commanding officer for Manchester, Superintendent Gary Francis, says her body was found in her car with multiple stab wounds last night. We are gathering all the information we can to find her killer or killers. We're appealing to anyone who is able to assist us to come forward, he said, noting that there is mixed information as to when she was last seen alive and that the investigation is in the early phase. The incident triggered shock and fear among residents. Custos of Manchester, Garfield Green, says that Chinyu contributed significantly to the growth of the business community in Mandeville for decades. While calling for quick action from the police, Green is also appealing to the business community to be on alert, as he says they are an easy target, particularly in the Christmas season. President of the Manchester Chamber of Commerce, Kenisha Dwyer-Powell, said the murder has impacted business persons across the parish and that the association is renewing its call for new security measures to be put in place. 2 more people have died from COVID-19 in Jamaica as 59 new cases of the virus were recorded in the country in the last 24 hours. The death toll now stands at 250 and the total number of confirmed cases at 10,600, of which 4,375 are active. The 2 people who died are a 74-year-old man from St. Catherine and a 62-year-old woman from Trelawney, the Ministry of Health and Wellness reported. Of the newly reported cases, there were 33 males and 25 females with ages ranging from 4 to 78. The gender of one of the cases is still under investigation. St. Catherine recorded 21 of the new cases, while Kingston and St. Andrew recorded 14. St. Anne recorded 8 cases, St. James recorded 5, Portland 4, and Trelawney 2. Clarendon, Hanover, St. Mary, and St. Thomas each recorded 1 case. The country also recorded 108 recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 5,829. The government is to call out the national reserves to boost security for the festive season. This was disclosed in a tweet this morning by Press Secretary at the Office of the Prime Minister, Naomi Francis. It was indicated that the revelation was made by Prime Minister Andrew Holness as he addressed a function today. Holness reportedly indicated that the decision to deploy the national reserves was made at a meeting of the National Security Council yesterday. Meanwhile, Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson has vowed that every measure will be implemented to ensure that Jamaica's murder numbers do not continue to spike. Addressing a function at Mount Salem Police Station in St. James a short while ago, Anderson said it appears that there are some people who are trying to push the crime figures to where they were 3 years ago. Our response will be that we do not get back there, and you will be seeing those responses within the places where gangs and the gangsters seem to have decided to bring back fear to communities that have been living without fear for a while. We will not allow that, declared Anderson. And so our operations over this weekend until the end of the year and into next year will seek to address that, added Anderson. He noted that as the country moves into the Christmas period, Jamaicans will see increased deployment of police in the commercial areas to keep people safe. One of the things that the public can do for us is, as you see things that seem out of place or not as they should, just report it to us and we can respond, said Anderson. The police commissioner also urged Jamaicans to exercise patience in the heavy traffic that is usually during the Christmas period, and promised that the police will be on the roads to help with the traffic management. The National Works Agency, NWA, says it's not through tallying the damage to the island's main road network, but its best assessment at this time is that repairs will cost the state at least $5.5 billion. Half of the sum will go towards removing blockages and initial activities to make corridors drivable, Chief Executive Officer E.G. Hunter told the Public Administration and Appropriations Committee yesterday. We are not pretending that we are reconstructing these roads, and we do acknowledge that the work that we are doing in the initial phase is of a temporary nature, designed largely to get people to move about. The question of the permanent solution is something that we will have to tackle as we go along, he stated. The agency said in its submission, based on our field reports, the damage to the road network has been extensive and is expected to result in a significant repair bill to the state. The NWA gave notice that given the continued inclement weather, the estimate may increase in coming days with future damage. It said the figure also does not include the funds that are needed to increase the resilience of the network to prevent similar damage in the future. 206 roads island-wide were severely affected by various rain-related events, such as landslides, mud flows, downed trees, washed-out bridges, and undermined roadways, the Works Agency reported. Hunter stressed that many of the impacted roads were not built with drains. Drainage has a very noticeable impact on the quality of the roads. If they have drains, the roads will last longer, he said, pointing to the 2013 report of a master drainage study that was done for the island. He said that the bill at the time was about $1 billion. So if the country wants to make serious inroads with the drainage situation in most of our towns, it is a sizable expenditure, he said. Hunter said also that over the years, no serious advances have been made in relocating towns and infrastructure which are built near shorelines, making them continuously exposed to the ravages of nature. However, he said deliberate plans are now being made for the South Coast Highway, for example, to move the infrastructure inward. This has come out of a recognition that the current location of these towns and roads make them very susceptible. What you want to do is to build good roads, maintain the roads, and you also want to make the roads climate proof, and to a large extent that requires significant relocation, he explained. He said 4 roads remain impassable, including the Gordontown Main Road, for which a bypass is being constructed. The corridor was one of several in the constituency of St. Andrew East Rural that were badly damaged during the recent heavy rains. We confess that this is not necessarily the most convenient bypass, but it is the only option we have at this point in time, Hunter said. The Rural Agricultural Development Authority has estimated repairs to 57 damaged farm roads at $139 million. This is the Hummingbird News Channel, where we keep you up to date with news from across Jamaica. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And don't forget to hit the bell so you can keep up to date with our new uploads. Until next time, be the change that you wish to see in the world.